Good morning, meteorologist Bob Acanfrio with today's tropical update for Tuesday, July 12th, 2011. Tropics remain quiet today, which is pretty typical for the beginning to middle of July. We're really just watching two areas today, but none of these two areas are really going to develop at this time. We were watching a tropical wave here, which really did possibly have a chance if it stayed over water long enough, but it really didn't. It is now basically everything's over Central America right now. National Hurricane Center gives this a 0% chance. Really a lot of heavy rainfall in this area. I'm really going to have to watch for some flash flooding and possibly some loss of life in this area if this rainfall continues for the next few days. So this will be something to watch for the people down there. Unfortunately getting a lot of rainfall right now. Another little tropical wave here approaching the Windward Islands. Just really getting sheared apart right now. A lot of high shear in this area. 0% chance. Again, this will be something maybe to watch for as it gets into the Western Caribbean down the road, but no real chances of this system developing at this time. Really the main focus is going to be this you see all these heat advisories here for the central and south here today and tomorrow is this big heat high over this region here. So this is going to be really the big story the next couple days here across the United States. Why I point this out, usually when we get a big heat high like this, we really focus our energy down into the Caribbean for some kind of tropical development. And if you look here on the satellite view here, this was that tropical wave here, and the monsoonal trough has actually lifted a little farther northward. And boy, you would really think we would have actually gotten something going down here. And I think if this would have stayed over the water long enough, we might have had something going. But everything's over land right now. We still will have to watch as we get towards the end of this week, beginning of next week, possibly something near the Yucatan or maybe in the Bay of Campeche here, something like Arlene did. Still want to watch this area for development. This is still a prime area here. Kind of had a big tut come down in this area here. So this is creating a lot of shear right through this area here. So this tropical wave that's going to be moving into the Caribbean here is just going to continue to get sheared off. Again, we'll have to watch the piece of this energy once it gets in the Western Caribbean 3-4 days down the road might develop. Main thing we're going to be watching for as we move towards the end of this week, beginning of end of this week into the weekend, will be a backdoor cold front kind of shifting down towards the south here. A lot of times, and this is a good time of the year for this, we get these backdoor cold fronts slip down here, kind of a little trough split, leave a little piece of energy off the southeast coast here, and we may see something try to spin up in this area here towards the weekend. So that's really going to be the main focus in the next 4 or 5 days. Again, two areas, still Western Caribbean, but watch for this area off the southeast coast. Things could get a little interesting here. I'll show you in a minute here a couple of the models making a little noise over here. We definitely want to watch this area, so that'll be your area to watch. This again will bring a lot of unsettled weather towards the weekend for the southeast and again for Florida. Florida's a little reprieve in the rainfall across Florida the next couple days, but that's going to ramp up again. And, good news for the drought. Just got to push some of this westward. Poor Texas still, as you could see, clear. And, boy, that heat high still over Texas doesn't want to budge. But at least the southeast is starting to get some relief from the drought. As you see, as I said, with the shear, you see this big tut feature in here. And this has brought a lot of shear through the Caribbean. So really the Caribbean's kind of closed for business right now. Even if this tropical wave gets in here, it's just going to get sheared apart. Again, until it gets really into the Western Caribbean where there's more favorable conditions. All right, for the models. Again, the Euro and the GFS have been showing some low pressure development off the southeast coast. This is for Sunday for the Euro here, later on Sunday. And you can see again, a little piece of energy gets left back behind here off that backdoor cold front. It's very possible. Again, we'll have to see. This isn't set in stone by no means, still some time down the road. But I've seen this happen a lot, and this is going to be in the perfect setup for that. And then again, for the GFS, this is for Saturday. Again, I'm going to be watching some energy here off the southeast coast. Possibly get left behind. This back door comes in, a little trough split, and bingo. could see a little piece of energy little low pressure try to spin off the southeast coast here. So definitely something to watch for. As far as the MJO wants to kind of leave our Western Caribbean area here, our area of the world. Some of the models show it kind of retreating for us. Possibly, I've seen this happen before, possibly want to come back home again for us. So I wouldn't say the MJO might, even though some of the model runs are showing it wanting to leave, it's not totally leaving us, not really going way away from us. So it may kind of stick close by for us. So again, favorable conditions the next week or two. Might get unfavorable by the end of July. Again, that's not set in stone right now, but we'll see what happens. So again, keep watching that Western Caribbean for activity. And again, over the weekend, we're going to want to watch that backdoor cold front and off the southeast coast, see what may spin up. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for listening, and I will have another update. In the next couple days, we'll see what happens off the southeast coast, and maybe I'll have another update. Have a good day.